What's going on, guys? This is Sim with Vengeance, the mayor of Jam City, and I'm coming to you guys with another video. And today we are playing some Blacktop in my own locker room. We have Mr. Clutch, Baron the Beast, T-Truth, God Almighty, and YSG. I don't know if all of these guys are my subs. I know some of them are, and I said that in the wrong tone. Said that in the wrong tone. So, but they are, some of them are my subs, and some of them are not my subs. I don't know which ones are and which ones aren't, to be fully sure about this, but I know that this is gonna be a good game. Hopefully, well, I hate it when they do this. You're about to see what I'm talking about in a couple of seconds. I decided to go told the whole party we're going random, and everybody punched in right about now, and we all backed out except for those two. So those guys are a little bit over their heads or something. They must have been on some, I don't know, some good fucking drugs, because I told them, I'd said 100 times, hey, we're going random, hey, we're going random, hey, we're going random, and they didn't do it. Meh, fuck. And I have to guard a small forward, so which makes my job a little bit harder since I'm such a short guy. I guess the only advantage I have is that I know how to play the game, I guess. I'm not the greatest Blacktop player though, but I know how to pick my spots. But you see right there the nice alley-oop pass to Mr. Clutch. Or that, I don't know. Yep, Mr. Clutch. But you see God Almighty going up with the dunk. But I don't want to talk about the gameplay anymore. I want to talk about something that's coming up, and that would be my brother's channel. His name will be Call for Chaos. The link will be in the description if you want to go and subscribe to him. He hasn't really made many videos up to this point. He just wants to know how the process works. So he tried it out a couple times last year with whatever that game is called. I don't know, but it was a fun game. I gave him a little bit of support by liking his videos, but he only got so many subs, like 5 subs, I think. But after he got the HD PVR, he's been wanting to learn how to set that up, so I'm gonna go over there and teach him a little bit. You know, even when I got my HD PVR, it was a little bit hard for me to set up. I was a little bit of a dummy, but I pretty much like looked at YouTube videos and whatnot, how to set up the HD PVR, and after I got it all set up, it was pretty much cheese from there. It was cheesecake with a little bit of cherries. Look at that dunk right there. And who doesn't like cheesecake with cherries, or blueberries for that matter? It tastes delicious. Speaking of food, the holidays are coming up, and everybody likes holiday food, especially, you know, big old Christmas ham. And I'll be going home for the holidays, back in Iowa. Back to Iowa I go, and pretty much like I will be flying home. I hate flying. It's not the aspect of me being 30,000 feet in the air. It is the fact that all the bullshit that I had to put up with before I get on the plane. And I'm pretty sure 90% of you guys who have been on an airplane know what I mean. So, what am I talking about? For those people who don't know what I'm talking about, all the bullshit that you go through before getting on the airplane, pretty much like going through the TSA and whatnot. You know, I've heard many stories about TSA guys. You know, I know they're just doing their jobs, and it's, just it's their job. It's pretty much what they have to do. But to be randomly chosen because they think you have some sort of fucking, so I don't know, your ass is bigger than fucking most people. I don't fucking know. I've never had to experience that. But one problem that I did have at the airport, I guess this is kind of like story time, so gather around, children. So one time, this was like 2010. It was like, I think it was like May of 2010. My brother was graduating high school, and he was getting ready to go to Northern Iowa, University of Northern Iowa, where I'm going next year. So pretty much like I wanted to go spend that time and watch him graduate high school and be at his little graduation party and whatnot. And I was flying home from North Carolina, so I was flying into Cedar Rapids, Iowa. It was probably the cheapest flight I found at the time, and all I could remember is my flight left at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and pretty much when I got there, it was like 4:30 in the morning, so I could check in and get to my flight on time, because sometimes the process takes a little bit longer than most. And I go there, I get checked in, TSA checks me, I'm good. They didn't do the pat down or nothing. They didn't grab my ass or, my other parts. I'm not going to say them on YouTube so I don't get blocked or whatever. But pretty much like I sat there, it was like 5:50, and I was getting on the airplane. And I sat there, I started to drift off to go to sleep because I hate, staying awake on airplanes. It's just a natural thing of mine. I like to fall asleep on the airplane to make time go faster. And I was starting to drift off, and then this lady taps me on the shoulder and is like, "Sir, you're gonna have to get off the plane." And I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, "No, sir, you have to get off the plane." And I'm like, "All right, whatever." And I'm like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "Oh, everybody's out." And I look up, and everybody's off the plane. And apparently there was something wrong with the plane, and I ended up sitting there for 4.5 hours before anything happened too. Like, I was sitting there in the airport for 4.5 hours. This was a small ass airport too. This wasn't like Chicago O'Hare where you could just get in on an airplane. This is like one of those small airports. And all I could say was that was the worst 4.5 hours I think I've ever experienced in my entire life. Because I'm sitting there like, the person who was supposed to pick me up, my friend, he calls me up and he's like, "Hey man, where are you at?" And I'm like, "I'm still in North Carolina." And he's like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I forgot to call you, but the airport's fucked up. They have a couple of broken planes and they really can't get us another one at this time. So I guess I'm stuck here until it gets fixed." So all I remember is that they gave me this travel voucher, and pretty much like I had to go to Raleigh, and which is a decent sized airport, which they can also make up for a broken plane or whatever. So I ended up getting a 2.5 hour drive to Raleigh, and plus my flight didn't leave till like 1 o'clock, and I ended up getting to Cedar Rapids at like, I don't know, 7 o'clock. I was there for quite some time, so in the air, sitting in those dumbass layovers. One thing that really just drives me nuts is layovers. But finally got there. Yeah, that's just a little story I had. But one thing I also want to bring up too before I go is a little update for y'all. My brother's getting Xbox Live for Christmas. My littlest brother. I bought him Xbox Live, and he's going to be on my friends list, so don't be surprised if one of y'all is gone off my friends list. Don't take it the wrong way. But that's just how life goes. You sometimes just have to accept fact. I mean, if you were put in my situation, I think I would almost want to say you would do the same thing. But we're getting closer to the end of the video. About a minute left. And all I want to say is thank you for watching this video. Thank you for understanding that you might be off my friends list soon, but don't take it the wrong way. One of you might. But I also got other pages too. I got Facebook. Links are all in the description. I also got Twitter. Send me a message. For right now, my Xbox Live friends list is full. And again, thank you for watching. Leave a like if you want. Leave a dislike if you dislike this video, but until next time, I am Sin with Vengeance, and I am the mayor of Jam City, and I am out of here. Peace.